Due to a lack of legislation, many of the seats in buses and minibuses have not been constructed to withstand a traffic accident. Examples from accidents involving buses show that the seats were often inadequately anchored to the body of the vehicle at the time of the accident. Now, new EU regulations specify that all new buses and minibuses must have tested and approved seats, fitted with safety belts for all passengers. It's with good cause that the EU has agreed the new safety standards for motor vehicles.
Just belt up for us now because we've got perfect belts in this.
Until a few weeks ago, this coach was carrying children to school.
Now, what the problem is that these seat belts are...
We will be looking closely at what the new specifications imply and how they will improve passenger safety. Numerous tests and much product development are required to make a seat that can withstand the effects of an accident on both seat and passenger. Several tests are carried out before the seat gets through the eye of the needle and into production. The purpose of all these tests is to ensure that the assembled structure can withstand the extreme stress of an accident. Before you start testing a seat, there are a number of structural specifications that must be met. Among other things, the way the safety belt is fitted. The EU's test specifications can be divided into 5 main groups. The way in which the seats and the safety belts are mounted onto the vehicle floor is exceptionally important. Even good quality seats can prove fatal for passengers if they're not suitably secured. Whereas if you test the seats, the safety belt fittings, the floor rails and the vehicle floor as a whole, the result looks completely different. In addition, the seat must go through vigorous crash testing, where both its installation and its blocking devices are checked. In other words, we need to know whether the locking mechanism on, for example, the adjustable headrest, the rails, the sleep harness, the armrest and floor rail fittings will break or loosen during the collision. The seat back and headrests are tested for resistance and deformation. This is extremely important in reducing the risk of whiplash injury. The material of the headrest is tested for its ability to absorb the impact of the back of a passenger's head. The reverse sides of the seat back and headrests are likewise tested for their ability to absorb energy when a passenger's head collides with the seat in front. All of these tests are designed to ensure optimum safety for the passenger in the case of an accident. In order to meet the new EU specifications, it's necessary to apply these tests to all models of the vehicles in which the seats are to be fitted. Tests are monitored by a representative from the well-recognized German test institute TÜV Rheinland, who must also give their final stamp of approval to the seats and the assembly kit once the testing has been completed. Many of the tests are carried out at TÜV in Cologne. whilst others are carried out in Jany's own research and test laboratory at their factory in Denmark. It could be economical and tempting to cut corners, but in reality, none of the tests can be excluded if you want to get a full picture of how safe a seat is. If you choose an easy option rather than a thoroughly tested model, you will also be saving on safety. A huge gamble with high stakes. Jany's assembly kit lives up to the new EU specifications and has been approved according to the strict M1 specifications for personal vehicles by the German test institute TÜV Rheinland. Jany, when second best simply isn't good enough. Jany is a modern company, developing and manufacturing top quality seats and specialized products for the motor trade.